Guys, in this video I'm going to show you guys how to make a sambusa, which is a traditional food in Middle East and Africa. Um, so first I can go over the ingredients, which is you will need 1 package spring roll wrappers, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 pounds ground beef, 1 leek chopped, 2 teaspoons ground cumin, 2 teaspoons ground cardamom, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon pepper, 1 small onion finely chopped, 1 clove of garlic minced, 1 tablespoon all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon water, 1 quart oil for frying. So the first thing I started with was the leek, which was just previously is what I was just chopping up. Now this is the onion. You want to chop that up as well into small pieces. Um, so again, it is 1 small onion, and for the leek, it is just 1 leek chopped. So here I got the onions chopped. Now this is the tomato, which is not, I believe, in the ingredients, but it's something that I wanted to add. Just makes it taste a little bit better. You can add, or this is a pepper, sorry, and you can add. So pepper is in the ingredients, but you can also add tomatoes or um, any other vegetables you want to make it taste a little bit better. So you chop up the pepper. Make sure you completely chop it up and it's finely chopped, um, which, as you can tell, making sure that it's completely chopped up. Um, and then after that, I will be showing you guys here. You grab the garlic, which is a clove of garlic, so you don't use the whole thing. I just tear off a little clove, which, as you can tell, that's right there, the clove. And then you also chop up the clove of garlic. Make sure it's properly um, take off the outer layer, and then make sure you chop it up as small as possible. And then from there, guys, you mix the peppers, the chopped leek, the chopped garlic, and the chopped onions. You mix them all up. I actually think I added an extra leek leaf, chopped it up because I wanted, like I said, to not just taste the meat in the sambusa. I wanted to make sure I can taste the vegetables as well and the peppers that give it the good taste. So I could even suggest maybe adding another pepper if you want, and chopping that up. So here you add the oil, and then you mix it up, and you actually want to cook that, I believe, at medium heat. So um, you make sure you fry it, you mix it all up, and then over here, this is where you grab the ground beef, and then you open it up. You stir it, make sure it's properly stirred and chopped up as well. And then once that's chopped up, um, you just mix it up, mix it in with all the vegetables, and make sure you stir it properly. And guys, I forgot to say that. Yep. So I did add olive oil. You can add any type of oil you want, but it does suggest uh, putting in 2 tablespoons of olive oil in the pan. And then these are the peppers that I add. So the ground cardamom, the black pepper, um, the olive oil, again, like I said, added to the pan. Um, the cumin ground, and then you add all those ingredients in. So 2 tablespoons ground cardamom, 2 teaspoons ground cumin, 2 teaspoons ground cardamom. Sorry, um, 1 teaspoon of pepper and 1 teaspoon of salt, and then you mix those all up as well. Make sure they mix properly, and then you can see that the ground beef is starting to look cooked, and it looks like ground beef, cooked ground beef. It's completely mixed properly. And guys, when I'm making this video, I'm a little sick too, so you guys can hear the sneezing and the coughing. That's part of it. And then again, I'm adding one of the ingredients. I'm pretty sure that's the cardamom, but I'm not sure. So you add that in there. Um, so you have the cardamom, 2 teaspoons of ground cardamom, 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon pepper. And I would say with the cardamom and the cumin, you can definitely add more than 2 teaspoons and more of those because, like I said, with the sambusa, you want to make sure you can taste the flavor, and that's what I was going for. So I think I might have added a little extra as well. Again, mix this all up. Make sure the peppers and the flavoring is all completely mixed in there. And then this is where you turn the put the oven to medium heat, or actually turn it off. I'm done mixing everything up, and then so this is the spring roll wrapper. Um, so you put the spring roll wrapper. You just set it down. Make sure you lay it flat, and you can buy spring roll wrappers. I believe they sell them at. I know for sure Cub Food sells them. That's where I got these from. I think maybe you can find them at Walmart. I'm not sure. Target. I think I called Target and they didn't have any. But then you put all the mixed ingredients, the ground beef and the peppers and the vegetables. You put them in the spring roll wrapper. Um, then you fold it into a triangle. So you fold the spring roll wrapper into a triangle shape. So you grab one end, you fold it in. You can grab the bottom end first, fold it in. Grab the other end, fold it in, and then grab the other end and fold it in. Like I said, into a triangle shape. And then you can make as much sambusa as you want. So now the all-purpose flour. This is the part that's actually gonna make sure that sambusa is when you put it in the oil to fry it, that it sticks together and the ground beef and the vegetables don't fall out. So you actually the all-purpose flour, you put some water in there, um, and then you mix it all up, mix the ingredients up, and then make sure that it gets soft enough, and um, then you grab the end of the or you put you grab the all-purpose flour again where you had added water to it. You mix it all up with that thing I had over there, and then um, I can go over that actually when we get to the part where we're doing that. So let's just let the video run, and then I'll show you guys what you would do over there. So do all that. Keep folding them. Keep folding all of them. Keep adding the ground beef to the spring roll wrappers, folding them into triangle, and then I believe this is where the all-purpose flour is used. So I'll show you guys what I do. Um, so I think I made about um, maybe 12 spring roll wrappers, sambusas, or I had 12 spring roll wrappers, so I made about 12 sambusas. So again, I don't know why I showed the spring roll wrap or the all-purpose flour part earlier, but this is actually what you do with the all-purpose flour. You grab it, I believe it's 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour that you use. And then you add the water to it. Put it in something like that. Like we have that at our house to use, but you can just put it in a cup if you want. And then what you do is you just mix it all up. You can use a spoon or you can use um, you can just use a spoon to mix it up, or you can use another tool as well that I ended up using was a wooden, I don't know what you would call it, basically a wooden stick. So actually one tablespoon of all-purpose flour. So then you mix it all up, like I said, however you want to mix it, doesn't really matter. After you add the water as well, 1 tablespoon of water to the 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. Make sure that it's still thick, but then that it's sticky. So then you grab a little bit of the all-purpose flour that's added with water now, and then you put it at the end of the spring roll wrapper that you made a triangle and you put all the meat and the vegetables in, so that it's basically so that it sticks together and all the meat doesn't fall out. So you do that. Again, you do that for all of the sambusas or all the spring roll wrappers that you use to make the to put the meat into. So you keep doing that for all of them, and then basically, like I said, it helps it stick together so that when you are gonna fry the sambusas or the spring roll wrappers with the meat in it, so that none of the meat, none of the ground beef and the vegetables that you added, none of that stuff fall out. So um, obviously, the all-purpose flour, I maybe didn't do as a good job mixing it as I could have because it's not coming out of my hand as smoothly as I would like to. But then you keep doing that for all of them. Um, Again, now this is where you're gonna add the oil to the frying pan or to a casserole or whatever you end up using. Um, so this is going to be 1 quart of oil for frying. So you want to heat the oil up to 365 degrees Fahrenheit or 170 degrees Celsius. So 1 quart of oil. Um, you add all that. Um, Make sure you add it completely. Add all the oil. Um, Basically, I just poured all the oil in there. To be honest, I wouldn't even say a quart of oil. I would just say add enough oil so that when you add the sambusas, they're completely submerged into the oil. So that could be a waste of oil. To be honest, that's one thing I would say sambusas are. They definitely do waste oil. But you know what? They're pretty good, and you can reuse the oil. To be honest, it's just that it's not going to be brand new oil. But you then boil the oil to 365 degrees, like I said. I use a thermometer to make sure that the oil was at 365 degrees Fahrenheit, and then that's when I start adding the spring roll wrappers with the meat and like the ground beef and the leek and the pepper, the onion, the garlic, all that stuff that I added in there. Um, I put the spring roll wrapper that's finished into the oil to make sure now that it's fried, and this is the last part, basically frying the spring roll wrappers with all the ingredients in there. Um, to be honest, I wouldn't leave it in there for that long. Um, I was, I think when I, this was probably my second or third time making sambusas, so I might have actually left them in there for too long and got them a little too fried, which they could be a little rough to eat when they fry too much. But I would say, I don't want to give a time estimate, a couple seconds, maybe like 15, 20, 30 seconds. But then just kind of look how they look. Make sure you don't overcook them, over fry them, and then just turn them to one side, and then make sure that also looks cooked enough, and then you just take them out, and then you put them, um, just add them to whatever you want to add it to. Get all the oil out, as much oil as possible, and do that to all the sambusas. Make sure you fry all of them. Again, flip them on the other side. Make sure that's fried as well. But don't leave it in there for too long. Again, um, I think the last ones I did pretty good. That's how they should look. I would say don't want to fry them. Don't want to fry them too long. Uh, but like it's a learning experience, guys. Definitely when you're first starting out, don't worry if it doesn't turn out the way you thought it would. To be honest, I felt like in a way the first time I did it, I wasted ingredients because I did so much stuff wrong that they were just so overcooked that I don't even think I ate most of them. But that's how you make a sambusa, guys. Let me know what you guys think if you've ever had one, or if you guys have better ways of making it, or guys have any suggestions for me. But then you add it to whatever food you want. That's it.